All right, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy EJ, and today I'm going to be talking about the gear that I use when I do any type of adventure travel, like hiking, kayaking, biking, walking on the beach, anything like that that involves adventure where you don't want to take your mirrorless camera because it's either too big and bulky or you don't want to damage it. And in some cases, you're not going to want to damage your cell phone. So definitely pay attention to these items that I got here because they will help you out, will help you get your shots, regardless of whether you're doing YouTube videos, Instagram, or even Facebook or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is definitely going to be able to help you out and give you a kind of a shortcut to what you're trying to do. And I'm going to cover this phone case first. And this is a real nice phone case. It's by Neewer. It comes with a mount to hold the filter. You can also put different lenses on her with the 17mm adapter. This right here is great, especially if you in any place that's really sunny, because you can kind of dial in the ND filter to where you need it to be at. So it works great for anything like that when you in bright surroundings, downtowns or anything like that, on the lake, anything where you got a lot of sunlight hitting you and you need to be able to tone that sunlight down so your camera won't be focusing and going all over the place and you getting bad photographs and stuff. You can also buy a mist filter. This is a 67mm and it can easily come off. So this would make the most compact setup that you can do with the phone case on your iPhone, and then you have the filter where you can take it off, stick it in your pocket or whatever, you don't want to use it, and it just easily go right back on there, just like that, you know. And like I said, it also has the little 17mm threads on it so that you can actually attach lenses to this case. I don't see many people talking about this on the internet right now, but I think this thing was like $19. I may look it up and just put in the description down there, put a link down in the description for you so you can find this on Amazon or wherever, or even straight to the Neewer site. I think some of the big camera shops got it as well, but yeah, check this out. I think it's only like 20 bucks, so it is a great thing. Now you got to buy the ND filter separate. It won't come with that, but if you want to stay very, very compact and you're using your cell phone, this might be the way to go. And it also supports the wireless charging, so that's cool too. And please stay tuned to the end of the video because I am going to have a bonus one at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to give y'all that bonus one so y'all can really, be immersed in the video so y'all can get all the information out of it. One of the new things that I'm trying out is the DJI Neo. This thing here is great. I have done some test footage and stuff with it. I'm not one of these people out here that's trying to run and get a remote control and goggles and all that stuff. This thing, autonomous features, actually works well. I'm gonna do me like maybe a mountain / rocky area to hike on and just show you how good this thing can actually follow you. And you can actually make it follow you from the front or from the back, which is great. It can do orbits around, because a lot of times I do with my selfie stick and I kind of like spin around and do it. But this will do it without you even moving, so you can just find your spot you want to be in and then just have it to fly around you 360 so that you can get that good footage and stuff out of it. It's lightweight, it's small, it can easily fit in your bag if you got a small bag, so you're not going to have a problem with that. So definitely check out the DJI Neo. It's only 200 bucks, so I would definitely get that thing right there a check. The other thing I want to cover too is the actual phone cages, because this is the phone case, right? That's your phone case. But this right here is the phone cage. And the difference with the cage is hard, and it got attachment points around the cage where you can attach different attachments. And what I normally use it is with these handles. Pop the handle on. It has a shutter button right here, a Bluetooth shutter button, so you can snap photos and stuff with it. But when you hold it like this definitely gives you a more stable grip and a more stable video when you're shooting your video and moving around like that. And then you can also move the handles to where the handles are like this. So if you need to take the videos in this format, you can do that as well. And it also comes with the ND filters, CPL filters, and different things like that you can attach here. I think these are like Moment lenses mounts, and they have another plate with this little spot with this little gold trim around, and you can actually take that plate off and put another plate on that can take the 17mm threads, which is what I do because I already got the lenses, anamorphic and a ultra wide lens that I use with this case, and I can easily just screw them into this case here and use them. But you can do it, man, real good. And even if you hand it off to somebody and say, hey, could you take a picture of me? They're going to have it like this. You see what I'm saying? So they can get really good video, and all they got to do is press that button. You got to worry about them touching your screen or anything like that. The downside to this setup, even though it's good for when you out and taking videos and stuff like that, the downside would be that you still can crack your screen and you still not really super waterproof. Water resistant, maybe it's a little mist get on it, you still be okay, but you're not going to be waterproof using your cell phone. But if this is all you got, if all you got is a cell phone and you don't want to buy action camera or 360 camera or anything like that, then using your cell phone in a case like this definitely will help. You know, it definitely will help. It'll give you that more stable video regardless of whether you're doing TikToks or whatever. And you can do those nice smooth pans and stuff like that. So I definitely like the case. This is one from SmallRig. I wanted to get the one that was from Neewer, but at the time when I was trying to get the Neewer one, the handles wasn't available, so I ended up getting the SmallRig. But I do like the one Neewer makes. To me, it looks a little better. It got better functionality. The handles can twist a little bit. It still has the shutter button and everything like this one. You do have the attachment points too, where you can put, like if you need a extra light, you can put a light on it like that. So it does come with that. So that's pretty nice. But this is going to be the case. This one here, like I said, it's from SmallRig. You can put the filters and stuff on there, and you can put the lenses, 17mm or the T-mount lenses. You can put those on here as well. So this is definitely another good option if you want something that's going to help you be able to take good videos and stuff, good photos while you're out, and keep them steady and keep that shake and jitter out of your videos and out your photos that cause you to have out of focus pictures and stuff like that. So definitely check this out from SmallRig. Easy breakdown so that you can just slide your phone back in your pocket and keep on moving with it. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be quick release. Now, I love quick release. I do quick release on everything. So I have tons of quick release. Like this mount, quick release, snap it back in. And it's also a tripod. Then I can take it, slap it onto my Ace Pro or GoPro or whatever. It don't matter what it is, an action camera, because these mounts and stuff don't really care what camera you got. But yeah, you can just pop it on there like that. Pop it open. Boom. Record. Hey, what's going on? Peace. All that good stuff. You know, you can even, with this cage on it, on the camera, you can actually pop your light on there and boom, there you go. Now you got a light, everything. So you ain't got to worry about too much of worrying about low light type stuff like that. But I do love this. And with this cage that's on the camera itself, I don't know if you can see that, but the cage, you can see the cage is actually around the camera. It actually allowed me to go straight to vertical. So now I'm like a TikTok king, you know what I'm saying? My reels, my stories and everything. I'm like, boom, got them. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about these quick release mounts, because this one here is so light. It's so easy to take around. I can just have this thing right here stuck in my pocket when I need to go short, especially like if I go to a restaurant or something like that and I just want to put up on the table and I don't want nothing big. I can just use this and stay pretty small with it. The other one I almost always use with the Ace Pro is this one here. This is a carbon fiber one. Got some good reach to it. It got the twist lock in it. It's very, very light. And of course the Ace got the screen that pops up like that. Got the screen up on it. So this right here is a good setup. This right here is almost like a good all-around setup, like where you could just kind of like use it everywhere. with the Ace Pro. Like this is like the setup. Like no kidding, it's like the setup. And the same thing, I can just easily just flip it. No tools required. That's why I like quick release, because you don't need any tools. You just press the button and then it just disconnect and everything like that. I love the quick release stuff. So definitely look into getting you some quick release for your cameras and stuff like that. And I also got smart with this quick release system because this is my cage for my X4. I can actually just snap it right on there too. Just like that. And I can just have my X4 on there. See? And of course, with the X4 on there, you want to make it stand straight up like that. And now, boom, X4. And then I can easily switch from this back to my Ace if I need to. Boom. Easy. Easy peasy. You see what I'm saying? You probably won't buy two cameras because I think the Ace plus that is probably about $800. So a lot of people probably not going to buy two of the action cameras like that. I just so happen to need them, so that's why I got both cameras. Another thing too, even if you just got the one camera, this right here, this cap lock system from PGY Tech, this right here is awesome. You know, it comes with the base and then it gives you two mounts on it. And what makes it really awesome is I can do the same thing. I can snap it right on there, but I can also just pop it off just like that. And then I can just pop on my X4. Just like that. See? Same thing, pop it off. And it actually has a locking mechanism right here on this knob, so you can lock it where you can't press the button in, then you can unlock it, and then you can press the button in to release it. But I can just slide it in, and then it's symmetrical on the bottom, so I can slide it in like that. I can pop it out. I can slide it in like this, but I don't do it like this with the with the X4, because you got that button, and that button to start showing up in your video. So anytime you're using the 360 camera, I always pop it in the side like this. Or I can totally flip it and pop it in this side. It don't matter once you using that. Once you're using this cap lock system right here, it don't matter how you actually pop it on there. And as you can see, the base staying on there. So just say if I had me a GoPro or whatever, this is already a GoPro mount, and I can just slap my GoPro on there. Same thing with the action cameras. I can do exactly the same thing because I actually got a quick release that works with the action DJI action camera. So the other good thing about this setup here, you probably already kind of noticed it. It has this clip. This clip right here is for your strap to go on your backpacks. So it's just going there just like that. Now I can just have this on my backpack and just be walking with it and recording while it just onto my backpack strap like that. And then I can just give it a slight twist and it pops right out. Pop it back in, slight twist, and it just come right out. So definitely I love this thing here. It took a while for me to get it because it was like in stock, out of stock. And then I think this time when I ordered this system, it came from somewhere in Europe or something like that. It came from overseas when I got it, but very, very nice system. Got this nice little twist system in it, and it worked great. And like I said, you can easily switch these back and forward, which is definitely what I like about this cap lock system. I do not like screwing that 1/4-inch thread in and out and in and out and in and out. I do not like doing that. I'd rather just be able to pop it off just like that and keep right on going. This right here, this whole setup keeps it light. It's the invisible selfie stick, the backpack strap mount, and the cap lock on the top. So there's like 3 things. Another pro tip, if you do decide to do this, take some of that blue Loctite and put it on there because it does has this like twisting action to it. And because it has that twisting action, it can come loose a little bit sometimes. So if you put some Loctite in there, that'll keep it from coming loose, and you're pretty much good at that point. This is another selfie stick that I use. You can actually use this like if you got a small camera. It works great with the Ace. I can either just sit here and just screw it in there. And this is, you see, I got to screw that. That's why I don't really do that much, you know. This one here is from the Ulanzi. I don't forget. I think this is the MT16. I think is what it is. But there it is. Give you a nice beefy handle. But the other good thing about this one is it is a, oh yeah, it is the MT16. It got the mount like that. So, man, you can bust up your TikToks and stuff. And then it extends. So, boom. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a 2-for-1. You know what I'm saying? So, you ain't got to worry about when you get a tourist location, asking somebody to take your photo or whatever. You can just do it right there with that. I got my watch somewhere around here. Got my Insta360 watch. Pretty sure y'all done seen that before, but it's the one that does the GPS and all the other stuff. I got the basic one too, but this one right here got the little color screen on it so you can frame up where you want to be at, make sure you're in the shot properly and everything like that. And then just take your shot. But I would definitely, if I had this MT16, I would definitely get one of these quick release plates and add it to the top so that you don't have to do the screwing. But since we can screw it, we can just, and this is the cap lock mounting plate, but it's still got the 1/4-20 in it. So boom, I can just mount it just like that. So I can have it this way, you know. And then once I put the cap lock on there, I can still just pop it off like that. And then flip it like that. That's why the quick release plates are so important to have, because it makes your job a whole lot easier when you got that quick release plate versus doing the screwing like this. Cause we like screwing for days trying to get that off, you know. It's like, nah. Not my cup of tea to be doing all that screwing like that. And these quick locks, these quick releases, they don't make your stuff, your setup any more heavy, but they definitely are worth getting the quick release mounts for your cameras and stuff like that. But this is definitely a good selfie stick for sure. Got the ball head on there where it's adjustable. I don't have no marks to kind of show you when it's level, but I mean, you can kind of figure that out. And it also has the mount on the side right here. So you can mount a light to it on the side just like that, you know. So you can have your light on there and everything else. I got to tighten that up so it won't tilt over. But MT16, this is definitely a great all-around stick. Like I said, it'll work for your cell phone. You can put a cell phone mount on top of this. It'll work for the Ace. It'll work for the Insta360. It'll work for all of them, you know. So this is a good one to have. It goes down to a nice compact size. Let me see. There it goes beside the invisible selfie stick. Now the invisible selfie stick is nice and small. I'm using the Ulanzi one. I'm not using the Insta360 one. I'm using one from Ulanzi because the Insta360 one was invisible and I couldn't see it, so I kept losing it. So it's somewhere around here. Don't worry about that. The good thing about this one, the grip feels better and it feels like you're not going to drop it. You know what I'm saying? It feels like it's a much better grip. So I would say if you were just using it with like the Ace or your cell phone, I would probably go with this. I wouldn't worry about getting something this skinny unless you're using it with the 360 camera like the Ace Pro or one of the GoPro or whatever. But other than that, I wouldn't get the skinnier one. I would go with the thicker one. Even this one here, it's thicker than the invisible selfie stick type. So this one here got this nice rubber grip, kind of like the grip that's on a bike. And it gives you a nice, good grip, you know. So when I'm using it with the Ace Pro, it feels very sturdy. It don't feel like I'm going to lose, I'm going to drop it or anything like that. So I definitely love it. This one here better. But if I'm doing the Insta360, the X1, X2, X3 or the X4, yeah, I mean, you kind of get forced into using this skinnier stick so that the video don't pick it up, you know. So it's one of those things, but you just have to kind of work with it. And definitely use the strap. That's why you see the strap on mine. So if I'm using this skinny one, I go ahead and put the strap on. So I want to definitely make sure that I'm not going to drop this camera or whatever like that. So, and I usually don't let mine out that far. Maybe right to there. That's probably about as far as I would let mine out. That's good for me mode and everything else. And the camera is close enough to you, so even if you're outdoors, the microphone that's built into the camera will be able to pick you up pretty easy, no problem or nothing like that, you know. So that's about as far as I let mine out. But if I do want to show something that's farther out, I just go, you know, I go out all the way. I just won't leave it extended like that, you know. I would always bring it back down to where it's about right there when I'm doing it, you know, and probably holding it just about like that where I can see the screen and it got me and I can still record everything around me and everything is pretty much good on that. But definitely get you one of these straps. You can buy these off of Amazon as well, and they just screw into the little quarter plug on the bottom down there. What else we got? Oh yeah, the cage for the Insta360. It also has the mount where you can add a light. I don't know why you would add a light to it. I mean, maybe wireless microphone or something. I don't know why you would really add a light to it unless you're using single lens mode and you're not using 360 mode, because the light is only going to be showing on the one side. It's not going to be showing on both sides. And this 360 is filming all the way around. So, but you can put a light. You can put a microphone. They got two different spots where you can put a light, or like I say, a microphone. The light is probably the only thing that probably wouldn't come and be in the shot, because it's about as thick as the cage is. I got me a set of quick release. This is a chest mount. I got the head mount. I got the wrist mount. And I got the backpack strap mount. And they all quick release. I got to test those out. I haven't even opened them yet. I got to get those and test them out so I can see how it is when I'm going from my wrist to my chest to my head mount, and just see how all that works out. But it looks like it's a pretty good system. I did open one or two of them just to see how it looks. It's like a pretty good system, because I had the old GoPro where you had the little screw in the side like this. We had to constantly screw that screw in and out every time you wanted to change your camera or whatever. And I kind of got tired of that. So I was like, yeah, let me get me a quick release version of the chest mount, the head mount, the wrist mount, and the backpack strap mount. But that's going to pretty much cover that right there. The other thing I got is going to be the new Hohem iSteady X3. I have used this thing briefly, and I'm going to tell you, on my opinion is going to be get the M6. This is good. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely good if you just really want something that's real small, something that can fold up and you can kind of put it in your pocket, because it does fold up pretty small. So if you really want to get this small one, get it. I do like Hohem products. I have all of it. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a video because somebody was asking me about, can you use the Hohem mic with this particular one? And you can. I have tried it, and it does work with the mic. And the mic doesn't hit the arm. I even got an adapter so it can put the mic out of the way, but I had to show it to you. You got the little remote control to come off. I'm not going to really do a big review on this thing because so many people got reviews on this thing. So check out some of the other reviews. This is the X3. iSteady X3. I like it in the black color. It has the built-in tripod, kind of like the Insta360 one got. It got a built-in tripod in it, so it can just easily sit down. But the smart thing is they did put the screw on the bottom, so you can use a standard tripod on the bottom of this thing. Like, I mean, technically, I can even screw it into here. Screw this onto the bottom of it. Just like that. And then you can get your extra reach out of it. And you can use it in the tripod mode. Pop the remote control off. Hit your record button. Start your recording. Do your little TikTok dance or whatever you're trying to do like that, you know. And you're good. You can control the camera. It has tracking in it. The Hohem app is actually really good. It's a video app. It's actually a good app to actually use. Am I putting this in right? Yeah, there you go. This is magnetic. I would keep an eye on this. I mean, it's stiff and it's like a magnetic holding it in there. I guess it wouldn't fall out. I don't think a lot of people would probably take it in and out of take the remote in and out a lot. I would, because I do a lot of stuff by myself, so I probably would take it in and out a lot, you know, just to start and stop the video, because I don't like to start the video then bag all the way up and then do that, especially if you're using the tracking software. If you're using the tracking software, you definitely don't want to be doing that. It also has a light that comes with it. I'm not going to turn it on because I don't have the phone in it. Like I said, I'm really not doing a review on this, but if iSteady want me to do a review on it, you know, they need to hit me up and let me know, and I'll do a review on that. Good gimbal, good price. All these, this one here, the iSteady, the DJI one, and the Insta360 one. I mean, they all work. You know, don't let nobody fool you and how you thinking that the other ones don't work or one is better than the other one. It's just, yeah, it's up to you. But this is the X3. It's feel good, good build quality and all that. Take a look at it. Check this one out, but I still would say I would get the M6 over getting this. And if you got a mirrorless camera, a small mirrorless camera, I would get the MT2, which is, it can hold cell phones, the action cameras, and everything. The X3 and the M6 can only hold a cell phone. That's going to be your limitation. The MT2, you're going to actually be able to put an actual regular camera in it as well as your cell phone and other stuff. And the motors are way stronger too on that particular one. So it depends on what you're trying to do. If you got a cell phone, and especially like if you're going to put the cell phone in a cage like this, or even in this cage right here, the MT2 is going to be the better choice over the X3 or the M6, because neither one of those, the X3, the M6 can do it a little bit with this filter stuff on there. It's going to kind of throw it out of balance a little bit. But if you was on the MT2, you wouldn't have a problem at all with it. Especially when you're talking about this cage. With this cage, you would have to go with the MT2 and not the M6, because this is going to be way too heavy if you put it in the M6 gimbal from iSteady. So I got all three. I just bought this one. I do have the M6 and I do have the MT2, and I can tell you all these are good. Their video software is good. It works, you know. You can even use them with your regular software, but I advise if you get them, use it with the Hohem software, because like I said, it does work, you know. And we're going to keep this video right moving. And this is my Insta360 stick. This stick here is basically, it gives you the record, stop and stop, and the mode button on the stick, which is great when you're using it with the X3 and the X4. I don't know if it'll work with the X2. I'm not sure if this works with the X2, but with the X4 and the X3, I know it works. You can change your mode. It also has a battery on the inside. That's why they call it a power stick. It actually got a battery inside, so it gives you longer run time. It'll be charging your battery because it uses this little cord, plug it into the side right here, and then up and into your camera. The reason why I'm not going to stick it to the X4 right now is because I got the cap lock on there, and I haven't put a quick release here, which I have one. I just don't have it out. See, I would have to take that off and put it on there, but I don't have it where I can just stick it on there right now. But basically, this is a good power stick. If you got the X4 or the X3, I would definitely get this. This is well worth it. And even though it charges your stuff, it still extends. And as you see, it's a little bit thicker. It's a little bit thicker than the invisible selfie stick. So it's definitely a better feel in your hand than the invisible selfie stick is. I don't know why Insta360 don't like fully promote this one over the other ones, but yeah. Definitely if you got an X3 or an X4, get this. You're gonna need it, and trust me, you're gonna thank me later on that one. You're definitely gonna need it. And guys, I want to make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe to the video because we do have a lot more coming. We're about to go back overseas again, so we're gonna get some more good videos overseas. That's coming up very soon. As you see, we hit Niagara Falls. We didn't win the lottery for Half Dome, so we're going to have to try that again for 2025. Try Half Dome again. The Narrows at Zion. And last I heard, it hadn't snowed in Sequoias yet, so I don't know if I'm going to run to the Sequoias to do a Sequoia trip, but maybe not. But like I said, just like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell for get all the notification for new videos and stuff. And we still working at it. You know, guys, you know, being on YouTube is like a new thing for me. But taking pictures and videos at these different locations, I've been doing that for a long time, you know. It's just trying to get all the YouTube stuff figured out, how we're going to do the videos, how we're going to plan the videos out, if we're going to start scripting videos and all that kind of stuff like that. Just still trying to work all that stuff out. But these are the tools that I use regardless if I'm doing YouTube or not. This is the tools that I use every time I go out and go camping, hiking, biking, or whatever like that, you know. So these are the tools that I use. And like I said, I'm a big fan of the quick release, you know. I try to tell everybody, because people like, man, how you do that with your camera? Like, yes, that's the quick release, you know. Boom. All right, guys, we're back. We had lost battery right there, so I had to put a fresh battery in the camera. We're going to go ahead and end this video with the bonus one. This right here is definitely going to be one of my top picks. If you don't buy none of this other stuff here, the quick releases or anything, if you don't get none of that type of stuff right there, I would definitely get this. If all you're going to do is be out there when you at a theme park or a fair, carnival, if you hiking, or I mean, I guess you can use it while you kayaking and different stuff like that as well. It really don't really matter. It comes with a remote control. And of course, if it comes remote control, that also means it can turn into a tripod. This is what makes this one here probably the best selfie stick you can buy, you know, out there. This is probably about the best you can buy. And then you can extend it up, of course. So let me bring that back down so you can see it, because it goes higher, but that way you can at least see it. And then you just hook your Bluetooth this to your phone, and boom, now you can take your pictures and everything, start and stop your videos. This piece right here rotates like that. And now you in vertical mode. You can use it with your wireless microphones. It also has the ability to be able to do that. So you can put your, bring it down where you can see it. So you can put a light on it. You got everything. And these usually run from, I'm going to say these things normally run from about $15 to $29, depending on where you buy them from and all that kind of stuff like that. When you buy them, remote control, lock and ring. Like I said, this is probably the best selfie stick you can buy. It feels good in your hand when you're holding it. You know, you can get all your views. Let me grab a cell phone right fast. I'm just grabbing a random phone so I can show it to you. And it will work with this too, with that filter thing on there. So it will work with that. I'm just going to throw this Google phone in here. That's what it looked like with the phone in it. Loosen it right here. You can tilt it. Now you can do all your selfie stuff with it just like this. What's up? Peace. Snap, snap. You just hit the button. You ain't got to worry about touching the phone. You can just press with your hand like that. Just hit the button right there. That's all you got to do. And you're good. Yeah, just like that. Put it in selfie mode. Boom. Like, share, and subscribe, everybody. But that's all you got to do with that one. This one right here is nice. You can also flip it. So you can do your 16 by 9s. This is probably the most recommended selfie stick, I tell you. If you only using your cell phone, this is probably the one that I would get. This one still can support those small cameras, those small Sony cameras, the ZV lineup. It can hold all those cameras. The Canon M6 will work on here. I would just stick with a small mirrorless if I'm going to put it on here, but they will work. They won't work with the remote control, but you will be able to put them on here for the selfie stick functionality of them, you know. The best value selfie stick you can buy, I wouldn't even buy any of the other ones. This would be the one that I would buy hands down. I actually got two of these. I got this one here that pulls out like this, and I got one that got the little flip tabs on it that goes out. Because these things are great. I keep one in my car at all times, and I have this extra one that a lot of times I carry in my bag a lot, you know. They are on the larger side. They're not really small. So they're more better for a grown-up hand than like a little kid's hand. But the feel, the substantial feel that it has, you definitely not going to drop it because it definitely feels good in your hands. I don't have no problem with holding it. It definitely got a little more weight to it. Probably about the same as this one, yeah. Because this one got a battery in it. So, but yeah, this selfie stick here is definitely good for anybody who only have a cell phone and that's all they're using is that cell phone. Yeah, this would be the one I would get. I'm talking about like if I didn't buy none of this stuff here and I was just using a cell phone and I was doing Instagram Reels, TikTok or whatever, I would get this right here. Definitely. Hands down, I would get this one with the tripod in it. And the good thing about it is if you unscrew the cell phone holder off of it, still do the same thing. I can screw it straight to here. Boom, action camera on it now. Like I said, this is like the best selfie stick you can get. You could put the X3 on, the X4. I got the X4, but X3, X4, X2 is one, don't matter. But you could put this on here, but it's definitely going to show up. It's going to pick up it's going to pick that stick up for sure. Yeah. It's way too wide. It won't work with this, but it'll work with the X3, no problem. And this little bitty thing here, this is the quick release mount. So just, this is the cap lock thing, which is like a GoPro base, but this is the cap lock. This is the quick release, and it has the GoPro feet built in. So that's how I'm able to do that. But I could take this here and actually just screw around here, because the quick release actually got the quarter 20s and the GoPro feet on it. It got both. So now I can just do that. See? Man, that's awesome right there. Pop that off like that. Boom. 16x9. Or I can go vertical using this handle right here. Just like that. And so I don't confuse people, my Ace Pro actually has a cage on it. Boom. There's the cage for the Ace Pro. It's plastic, and when you go vertical, that's where the quarter 20 screw at. When you go vertical like this, but when you're doing this, you got to use the actual mount that's on the bottom of that right there. If you don't want to put the cage, if you don't want to put that cage on your Ace, you can also use the L mount. This is the L mount right here. Now, what you're going to lose when you use the L mount does not have the quarter 20 on it, but it allows you to go the regular way, horizontal, and you can go vertical. You lose the protection around your camera though. So you basically only getting protection on this L side. That's the only way you're getting protection there. You ain't get no protection across the top, no protection over there. Now, if I was at a restaurant or something easy, I wouldn't care about doing it like this. But most time I'm hiking and stuff like that, so I'm going to always use this plastic thing. And I don't really care that it's plastic, because if I drop the camera, this is going to take the beating and not the camera itself. So that's why I always buy this. If you're a TikToker and you inside, or you're not really moving around, you're not really doing nothing, if you're doing your shorts on YouTube or whatever, you can just buy the L bracket. Like it'll work just perfectly fine for you. You know, like I said, I'm in more of a hazardous environment, so I always try to go with the cage method. So that's going to end this video. I don't think I got anything else to demonstrate up here, but this is going to end the video. And please hit that like button, the share button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notification on new videos and stuff like that to catch me on my next adventure or review, whichever one that's going to be. I'm not sure yet, but we're definitely working on something coming up soon. Maybe a camping trip or something like that. It's fall time now, but yeah. This is basically what I use when I'm out doing any type of adventure type stuff. This is pretty much how it is. So hopefully everybody enjoyed their weekend. I know I enjoyed mine. A little bit of a long weekend because we got a holiday Monday. So this is just perfect. So I was just sitting around. I was like, yeah, you know what? When I was on that Niagara Falls trip and some of my other hiking trips, people always ask me, what gear do I use when I be out here? And I was like, okay, let me just show people what I use. And this seems like a lot, but I mean, really, you buy this stuff over time, you know. You don't buy it all at one time unless you just got the money. You can buy it all at one time, but you buy this stuff over time. A lot of this stuff, I always try to buy stuff that is multi-use. As you can see, I never try to buy something that's a single use, except for this phone case thing, which it kind of sucks that it's only like one phone, because They up to the 16 Pro, and I don't even know if the 16 Pro will fit in here. So this is for the 15 Pro Max. I don't know if the 16 will work, but we'll find out. But I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video, and this is EJ. I'm out. Peace.